Link down below if you want to read the patch notes on your own. This is not something you see too often, whereby you'll see the update, but it's not installable until a later date. Usually you see that kind of stuff with Call of Duty. So this will be released tomorrow, Eastern Time, June the 20th at 4 a.m. Now let's just get right into the actual patch notes. You can see right here from EA.com, they released the patch notes actually last week for version or volume 3 under the hood. So let's just get right into that for people that care to have me read this out loud. Alright, quality of life improvements. Vehicles awarded via EA Play membership purchased from the in-game store or awarded as part of a speed pass will be available to use in your single-player garage after completing the prologue. Previously, these were only available in Lakeshore Online. Reduce the chances of getting into another chase immediately after a successful escape. That's a huge thing here. Screen space reflections are now enabled for cars on Ultra Graphics quality on PC. Intel XeSS 1.1 added as an upsampler option on PC. Improved road reflection quality by including distant buildings. Improved CPU performance for those on PC. Reduced VRAM on NVIDIA 40 series GPUs on PC. NVIDIA DLSS updated to version 3.1.1 on PC. AMD FSR 2 updated on the latest 2.2 on PC. Increased the rewards for escaping. Awesome. Yes. Sorry. You have no idea my broke ass can't afford most cars. Increased the rewards for escaping and assisting in cop chases. Different cop vehicles are now worth different amounts of cash when taken down in cop chases instead of a single value that applied to all cop cars. That's awesome. Players who purchase the deluxe edition will be awarded $250,000 per volume update as a thank you cash boost. Thank you, Jesus. Subtitles, or I guess in this case I'll thank EA. Subtitles text sizes can now be changed from 3 presets. The backing opacity and color can also be adjusted. Players can now change their default time of day. Oh, and Lakeshore Online. This setting only affects free roam. Events and playlists have their own defined time of day. Players can now teleport to safe houses and meetups when not in a cop chase. Perfect for quickly getting around the map or swapping cars before the next link up. Again, this is absolutely huge. Players will receive $5,000 in bonus cash for every rank for every rank they reached prior to the release of Volume 3 with the new Speed Pass ranking system. I don't know what that translates to. I forget what rank I am. Players can now view their whole character before purchasing clothing to see how it looks with their whole outfit. For the campaign, which I'm now done, but fixed an issue that allowed the player to hide the UI in the campaign calendar, leading to a broken camera, as well as an issue that caused the player to lose campaign progress when the PS5 is force shut, as well as a number of clipping issues with vehicles, or issues that caused the player to spawn inside the garage after the prologue, or that caused the initial campaign car select vehicles to have colored windows, or that occasionally spawned the player in free drive instead of the tutorial after selecting a car. Bet you're ready for the real deal. Fixed an issue that caused the safe house description to not update after purchase, or an issue that allowed players to sell their first vehicle in campaign, leaving them with no cars. That's actually funny. Fixed an issue that caused the Milestone 1 meetup icon to appear during the qualifier race, as well as an issue that allowed the player to receive 2 starter vehicles if they closed down the game immediately after a car select sequence, or an issue that showed rivals as available to beat in the UI even if they've already been beaten, as well as an issue that caused police helicopters to run out of fuel while the game is paused. That's hilarious. I found they ran out of fuel pretty quick to begin with. Damn it! Fixed a campaign exploit that allowed the player to replay the Week 3 qualifier, as well as an issue that occasionally caused no audio sound effects to be triggered when accepting a phone call mission. We need silence when we're on the phone. As well as an issue that caused AI rivals' name cards to sometimes obscure the player's view, or an issue that caused all collectible bears to reappear in the world when progressing to the next day. I guess they were really hungry, looking for those berries. Fixed an issue that caused cop roadblock items to persistently show up on the map even after progressing the next day. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Client-end performance added multiple stability improvements across both campaign and Lakeshore Online, as well as an issue that caused the screen to freeze while recording with NVIDIA Shadowplay. That's because that thing sucks ass. Or an issue that could cause the controller to not send any inputs if it was disconnected and reconnected, or that caused vehicles using the brushed metal material to appear visibly dirty when they spawn. I need to go back to bed. Or an issue that caused certain HUD UI elements to be blown out by bright lighting courses when the game is run in HDR. Fixed an issue that could cause vehicle input to become stuck while driving. Cops. Oh, there's a lot of problems with the cops. Fixed an issue that caused the player vehicle to float during the busted transition screen, or that caused cash rewarded from challenges to be treated as volatile cash if completed during a cop chase. A number of issues have been rectified that caused burst nitrous to work inconsistently with cop cars, or that caused the button callout to route to patrolling cops to be invisible. Now that's stealth mode. Fixed an issue that caused both cop chase joined and cop chase started to appear one after another when assisting another player in a chase, as well as an issue that caused other cops to appear to be spotting the player at the start of a cop chase if two cops are near each other. Now we've got some general fixes and improvements relating to an issue that really caused the character model to disappear while previewing hair customization. Looks like my ability to speak disappeared for a moment. As well as an issue that really caused the camera to unfocus while previewing hair customization, or caused by vehicle and character modifications to not save, or some players being unable to boot the 10-hour trial via the EA app. You cheap pricks, just buy the game. As well as an issue that caused text-to-speech words to overlap the text box when enabled. Oh boy, if I did speech-to-text, which is the other way around, anyways, I would break the game. As well as issues that caused a broken camera once the user resets it in snapshot mode. As well as an issue that disallowed a child Xbox profile access to Lakeshore Online, even when given access to multiplayer features by a parent. Fixed an issue that caused the banner snapshot contrast to behave inconsistently, as well as an issue that caused car skid marks to flicker on pavement. That was just you having a seizure. Map and world. Fixed an issue that caused checkpoints to be missing on the minimap when the player is in an event, as well as something that was caused by some breakable assets to remain stuck under the car, resulting in the car spinning uncontrollably. I've had that, and it's funny. Fixed an issue that caused the street art and bears to disappear from the main map when collected, as well as multiple issues that caused the letter I icons to sometimes appear in lieu of safe houses, players, and cops, or issue that caused a straight line to be drawn if routing from a player to cop's location in Lakeshore Online. Multiplayer, never touched it, but whatever. An issue that caused the rec reset transition to not display the fade animation, as well as an issue that caused volatile cash to be lost when accepting a playlist invite during a cop chase, or that could block the player from opening the banner of other players in Lakeshore Online, or that caused the banner sticker to disappear when in the edit snapshot menu, or where two cars to be present in the banner snapshot after completing a playlist with a different car. There was an issue with that. As well as the currently equipped car to unequip after quitting the game and rebooting if the player doesn't leave the garage. There was an issue with that. Number of issues that caused daily challenges to refresh inconsistently, or an issue that caused the user to see both the enter garage and busted cinematics when entering the garage while almost busted, or that caused the in-world AR pin of a routed player to only appear at short distances, or that caused the player to clip through the garage wall if exiting a safe house at the same time as multiple other people, or issues that caused the player to appear as leaving a game when attempting to actually join a full multiplayer server. Playlist and racing. Give me a second there, sorry. Fixed an issue that caused players to be respawned unexpectedly in certain areas of the city Viper race, or that caused players to be respawned unexpectedly in certain areas of the downtown Chaos race, or that caused players to be respawned unexpectedly in certain areas of the Don't Sweat the Technique race, or an issue that caused misleading UI prompts and directional arrows in All Eyes on Me race, or that caused the players to be spawned unexpectedly in certain areas of the Meridional Mist race, or an issue that caused misleading UI prompts and directional arrows in the Industrial Action race, or that caused the perfect start boost to carry over if the player left the race during the race start countdown. Well, that's what made it perfect. As well as an issue that caused the tier icon to be missing or incorrect in playlist cards, or an issue that prevented the player from spawning next to the nearest garage at the end of the playlist, or an issue that caused the player to be stuck in a rumble event when it finished, or an issue that caused some car windscreens to open during playlist into cinematics as if it was a side window, or an issue that caused the timer to overlap the 8th player in the post-race results screen, or an issue that caused traffic in certain events to behave unexpectedly, kind of like real people. I still wish we had something with the difficulty here. Fixed an issue that caused submenus in the hair selection screen to be difficult to navigate. Fixed an issue that caused players to lose input when navigating through the banner menu, or that caused a number of inconsistencies with displaying breadcrumbs for newly unlocked content, as well as an issue that caused the playlist invite UI element to overlap in car customization, character customization, and banner snapshot menus. Sorry, these patch notes are so long, my goodness. Fixed an issue that caused the platform icon for crossplay players to show as the player's own icon in the player cop assist pop-up, as well as an issue that caused sorting by most recent in the community wrap screen to not function. Vehicle customization fixed an issue that caused the old tag effect to play when equipping a new tag in the garage, or an issue that caused the Aston Martin DB5 wing mirrors to stick to the side of the car when damaged, or maybe they'll stick to the side of your face if you give this video a thumbs down, I'm just saying. Or an issue that caused wrap corruption around the headlights of a Mercedes-Benz AMG GT215, or that rarely prevented players from applying decals to their cars, or that caused decals to overlap on the front window of the Honda Civic Type R 2015, or that caused decals to display incorrectly on the rear fenders of the Mercedes-Benz 190E 2.5 1688. I think that was ASAP's car, wasn't it? As well as an issue that caused decals to overlap on certain side skirts of the BMW M388, or that caused the garage idle camera to show the undercarriage of the Mercedes 190E, or that caused the default wrap on the Mercedes Maybach to be positioned incorrectly, or that caused the wheels to clip through the bodywork of the Mercedes Maybach with air suspension applied, or an issue that caused the wheels to clip through the bodywork on the epic build Nissan Fairlady. Well, there's nothing epic about that. Or an issue that caused placeholder text to show when selecting certain side skirt sets for the Volkswagen Golf GTI 76, issues that caused the Toyo Tire Proxys R888R thumbnail to display the incorrect Need for Speed picture, or an issue that caused the front canards to be selectable for the Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec 93 when the front bumper is removed, causing them to float. As well as an issue that caused a section at the rear of the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ Roadster 2019 to not display decals. As well as an issue that caused some sections of the Lamborghini Aventador, there's a lot of math here, LP754 SV roads to not display decals, as well as an issue that caused some sections of the Ferrari F40 to not display decals, or an issue that caused decals that were applied with 100% opacity to appear as having less opacity in the garage, or an issue that caused the Volvo 242DL to have no trunk modifications available. That's it. Well, I mean, that's big enough. That's what she said. I was just hoping they would have rectified, honestly, the difficulty of the game. Sweet pineapple. This game's not easy. And I've played every other Need for Speed on the highest difficulty, same with the Forzas and all these other different games. So I'm just saying. Anyhow, there you go. I mean, if you made it this far, you're nuts. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked the video, of course, as it helps the channel with the algorithm. You didn't like it, we already know what's going to happen. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally that would be great, but if not, I get it. Thanks for stopping by anyways, take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.